That woman that you are worshipping has been with men who never valued her. You might think at the moment that you're choosing love, but what you're really doing is just losing your power. This is not hate, it's perspective. And today, I'll show you why putting her on a pedestal is making you lose your respect and your frame, and now you can get it back. The number one trap that you need to be aware of is what I like to call the pedestal trap. Listen, that woman that you're putting on a pedestal, she has been with guys who are losers. She has effed losers. The same woman that you're treating as a goddess, the same woman that you're worshipping, once begged attention from men who could not afford lunch. And not only that, the same woman who is making your heartbeat skip when she does not reply to your text messages, once chased men who did not reply to her messages for days. Why should you be different? You think that you're worshiping purity. You think that you're raising her up, but in reality, you are the next man who is paying the full price for what others got for free. And here's the problem. Attraction can blind your reality. It can make you believe the story that you want, not the story that she lived. And when you ignore that, you end up giving up your power. You're putting her on a pedestal. And by doing so, you have already lost the power. You have already added over your masculine frame. What ends up happening is the moment you start treating her like she's your superior, she will treat you like you're beneath her. Come to think about it, you treat her as a celebrity, she will definitely treat you as a fan. And when she feels this kind of power dynamic shift, she will lose all the respect for you. They will read it and the respect will fade. Next is what I like to call the truth about her past and your fantasy. Now, I'm not saying that a woman's past makes her bad. No. All I'm saying is a woman's past, that's her business. Your business is how you respond to that, how your mind frames it. Because if you're in love with the idea of her, you will ignore all the facts, you will ignore the history, and you will definitely ignore the behavior. Now, beauty does not equal virtue. Validation does not equal connection. Attention does not equal loyalty. Now, when you pedestalize her, what you're basically saying as a man is, I accept the highlight reel, not the raw footage. You're giving her the frame to your relationship. You're letting her fill the spaces. You are losing your role in the relationship as a leader, as a true masculine figure, as the authoritative figure in a relationship. You're giving that all away to her, and now you let her lead in a relationship. She makes all the decisions. She controls what you can and what you cannot do. She takes the guide of the power frame in a relationship. And when that happens, eventually respect fails. Because respect can only be built when you take your position of power, you do not worship her, and you set the tone for the relationship. But men always get tricked. They see a beautiful face and everything else collapses, and they end up mistaking it for goodness. They feel the text and they mistake them for commitment. They get glimpsed by the best version of her, and then they end up mistaking this for the whole story. Next, I'll tell you why you lose respect when you worship her. Here's what happens. When you treat her like she is rare, like she is the one, she senses that. In response, instead of feeling safe, she feels pressured. She feels she's in a higher position that she's supposed to be at. She senses your weakness. She senses that you are invested. She notices that you are waiting. She notices that you are holding on. She realizes that you are begging. You are actually worshiping her. She knows that you are begging, silent or not. And then she glimpses that you are offering everything before it earned. And when you do that, you completely surrender your value as a man. Remember, power in relationship isn't about control. It's about urgency. It's about what is being centered. It's about not needing someone more than you're serving them. But when you worship, you're serving first. When you beg, you're serving first. You're giving up value before it's earned. And now she gets into a role of a chooser. She becomes the one with the options. And now you become the supplier. And then when that kind of power dynamics is set, the respect becomes conditional. And with that, you are only as good to her as when she decides that you are. Now that you have learned about the pedestal trap, the truth about her past and your fantasy, why you lose respect when you worship her. Now, how can you change that? How can you transform the power dynamics? How can you become the chooser and not the chaser? How to change from chasing to choosing? What do you do instead? You shift from chasing to choosing, from worshiping to respect. And these are three step by step on how to do that. As a man, know your value. Know what you bring to the relationship. Know what are your principles. Know what are your boundaries. Do not break them just because you met someone pretty. You do not, as a man, break your frame for anybody. It doesn't matter what, it doesn't matter who. You are always a prize and treat yourself as such. Number two, see her for who she is, not what you want her to be. Ask questions, note the behaviors, not just what she says, but also what she acts, her actions. And like I always tell you guys, do not believe a single one that she says, but her actions will tell you everything that you need to know. Without any doubts, you cannot be wrong when you pay close attention to her actions and not her wants. And the last point, number three, you set your frame. Decide your boundaries, decide your worth, decide what's acceptable and not acceptable in the relationship. Make it clear, not by words, but by your actions. And if she chooses you, that's right. If she don't, that's still okay. You never lost. And she'll respect that even if she'll not choose you. You are not desperate. You are not begging. You're sovereign. And when you finally see women for who they really are, not who you want them to be, man, you'll never go back. There is no turning back after that point of realization. Real talk finished. If you found value in this, don't forget to hit that like button. Don't forget to leave a comment for me down below. And don't forget to subscribe and turn on the notification bell so that you do not miss any of these educative videos.